Hey guys, good morning. This is part 2 to review the engaged. In this part of the video is the interpretation of the dream. Sorry again guys, a lot of these are probably split up. I'm still adjusting to transition, and mom duty calls and stuff like that, and I'm still trying to get this app that I'm using working. So just keep me in prayer for that, guys, that we do a speedy adjusting, and that either this app will start working or I will find a new app. But we're going to finish this out and really prepare for this dream. Alright guys, so if you watched the first video, as you know, I went through the dream already, so if you're listening to this, then you might need to go watch the first video that I posted, and it was the actual dream, and then I'm going to get into the interpretation of this dream. So I'm kind of going to split this up and go as Holy Spirit leads me. Okay, so the first part of the dream, where I'm at this concert, flash, like creative, like it's like almost a pep rally slash concert slash creative kind of event thingy, right? And as my back is facing the way that the artists come in, like I said, there was this man, and the people around me started screaming, and he comes in and get on one knee, and the entire time, like as he's proposing, I'm just like, he doesn't know me like that. He doesn't know me like that. I'm just thinking, is he sure? And I'm just questioning. I'm questioning, like, is this really a thing or whatever? And so the interpretation with that is that your kingdom spouse will be sure. Your kingdom spouse will have clarity, and he'll be sure, and it will happen fast and suddenly. So a lot of these engagements, a lot of these kingdom marriages are going to happen fast and suddenly. Like your head is going to spin. It's just going to be like you guys meet, and you guys connect in that way, and it's just going to boom. It's just going to happen like that. Because in the dream I was asking, like, is it too soon? He doesn't really know me like that. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm having all these conversations in my head, but the entire time I'm crying with joy because I know that I wanted to marry this man. Like, I know that I wanted to be with him. So, then it cuts to, we go behind the scenes to where there was a celebration, like with friends, and with his friends and my friends, and then we go into the scene where there was a celebration, different things, and then we go into the scene to where we're being chased by a crowd, and we kind of. And I leaned over and said to him, let's go, let's run away, and let's go have like some time for ourselves. So that part of the dream represents that you and your kingdom spouse will have that time alone to cultivate what God is doing between you two. There will already be like a connection between you and your spouse, because even when he was proposing, I felt this connection between us. Like I couldn't explain it, but I felt like I already knew that I was gonna say yes. Like I already knew this person, even though I was questioning, like I don't even know them, but he doesn't even know me. Like it hasn't been that long. Like I was running through all these things in my mind in the dream, and I just knew that when I said yes, I felt in my spirit like this was the right thing to do, And I've honestly, any guy that I've dreamed about, I've never had such clarity. I've never had that feeling before, because most guys that I dated, I've had dreams and they weren't bad, but they were never set in stone. It was never like, I was never sold on the person, right? Because honestly, they were the person. So after that happened, we run off to the lawn to be able to cultivate. Like this entire time we're joking and we're like laughing and cracking jokes and just building that connection. We were joking, we were just having a lot of fun, guys, and it felt so organic. Like it didn't feel forced. Like it felt natural. Like it felt like I was talking to my best friend. Like, it felt like I was hanging out with my best friend. And then we go to the scene where we are at this hotel and he has to go up and change his shirt, and I kind of sit back because I'm kind of afraid at first, like, what if this is gonna be like other relationships where it doesn't work out, or if he just tries to have sex with me and then like discard me afterwards. Like, I don't want that to happen. So like, feel like I had to put up these boundaries with him because out of fear of he was just going to use me and throw me away. And so as time goes on, I actually go up to his room, and sex was the last thing on his mind. Like, I don't think we didn't even talk about sex when we were in the hotel. Like, it was so pure, like, and I felt safe with him. So this interpretation part goes is you're not going to have to set up these unnecessary boundaries. Like, your kingdom spouse is going to respect you. He's going to honor your boundaries, and he's not going to try to get you to compromise. I can just speak for myself and maybe just a couple others, so when I would date and stuff, I would put my boundaries down, and I felt the need I had to put these boundaries down because those men in the past that did not respect my boundaries. Even when I asserted certain things, like, it was like an okay in the moment, but then later on, they're not okay with it, and then they go and try to make me compromise, and it always ended with us breaking up or something, or not lasting long, right? So even when I was in the room, it just represented I was able to be alone with him and know there was no sex, right? And there was no, like, I felt safe with him, right? And then both of us had peacocks on our shirts, right? And I asked him, I said, why peacocks, God? And he was just like, it's mating season. So, in the dream, like, that's basically what God said. He said, all I heard the Holy Spirit say was when I woke up, he was like, mating season. So that's hence all the birds, like, when they came and painted my shirt, and he painted a peacock on, he had a peacock painted on his shirt, then he had a peacock painted on my shirt. And then the entire time I kept like touching the ring, like as I'm running with him from the engagement when he put the ring on my finger to like us running away or whatever. I think he picked me up too, like out of excitement, which shocked me or whatever. But yeah, I think that was just a fun part. I don't know. And so back to the birds. So him squeezing out the birds and stuff like that just represented mating season. And yeah, so after that we wound up leaving the room. I think we went, I'm not sure where we went after that. I just know we left his hotel room and we went somewhere. I'm guessing to eat, or I'm not sure where we went. I just know we went somewhere. So that was just an interpretation of the dream, guys. So these engagements will be quick. These engagements will be like speedy. Like, it's not gonna take you guys long to figure out. Like, it's not gonna be a super extended out process. God is doing these things quick. You're gonna feel this connection with them quicker than you feel with anybody else. You're going to connect quicker. You're going to be in alignment with one another quicker. The love that you have for one another is going to be stirred quickly. And just it's going to be suddenly. It's going to be suddenly. Hence, that's why God has been having a lot of us prepare, pick out the things we want for our wedding, pick out the colors, pick out the themes, all those good things, guys. And I told you guys straight to back, like, I'm be honest, like, I told God I'd rather do a courthouse and I don't want the drama of planning a wedding. And then God was just like, no, you're having a wedding. Because then he kind of explained to me, like, Micaiah, honestly, I think you kind of, basically, God had to talk to me, like, you're running away from the stress of the wedding because of, like, you don't want to have to deal with paying for it and deal with, like, you feel like it's going to be stressful, but it won't be. Like, God is just like, I'm going to be in this. So anybody else that has felt like that or felt like, oh no, I don't feel like playing the wedding, and I want to, it took me forever. Like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, I was kind of slow and be obedient when God started told me to start looking at rings, and he told me to start looking at like dresses and knowing what kind of dress I want. And I'm just like, God, you know, why do I gotta do this? He's just like, would you just listen to me? Like, I was like, okay, God, okay. Because I was kind of, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, I was kind of like, I'm not really that type of person. My best friend is more like that than I am, before I am. So, but she actually helped me, like, pick out my colors and stuff like that, you guys. So, if God has told you to pick out, like, the rings you like, or He's told you to pick out, the dress you want, or, you know, or pick out your wedding colors, your wedding theme, all that good stuff, go ahead and do it. Trust that the Lord will not only will He provide, but just trust that He will that He is telling you to do it for a reason. Like, you're not doing it in vain. God is intentional with everything He does. So even in His instructions are very intentional. I'm pretty sure Noah was like, well, I don't have to build an ark for what? I have never seen rain before. What are you talking about? But yet the rain did come, and it saved his entire family, right? So the Lord is telling you, honestly, the Lord is telling you to do some of this stuff now, because it's going to take away from the stress. Knowing what you want, that way you can sit down with your spouse when that time comes, and you can pick out those things. You can already have a game plan going, so that these weddings can go speedily quick. Because when God brings these marriages together, it's, of course, you're going to enjoy your marriage because it's a God ordained thing, but, you know, at the same time, you know, it's about kingdom business, because God is going to start opening. Oh, did they say the king? One of those, so that they say, oh, Jesus, I feel God on that. Like doors are going to start flying open for you and your kingdom spouse. Recently, I was watching a sermon, and just this one part stuck with me so heavy, because I was asking God about certain doors and why they haven't opened yet, right? And God was just, and the lady was just like, there's certain doors that will not open until you're with your covenant spouse. There's certain temptations that are behind certain doors that you're going to need to be linked with your kingdom spouse, so that you guys can uplift each other and hold each other accountable, and just walk one another through those doors, because the temptation is too great for just one person. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I could feel the Holy Spirit on it. Ooh, child. But no, in these kingdom marriages, like, there are certain doors that are gonna fly open because, like I said, if you haven't watched the word about the favor sealant that I have, is on my page, probably lower down in the videos, but I got this word called favor sealant. So when you guys come together, you're going to form a seal over each other's favor, because you're connected, right? There will be no holes, because literally you guys are going to come in and fit the wherever holes there were, you guys are going to come in and seal in that favor together as one, right? So pick out the dress, pick out the colors, pick out the rings you like. One thing that I forgot to do is get my ring size. I don't know my ring size, so that's something. These are things, you know, for the girls who want to surprise. You know, tell your bestie what you want. You know, me and my best friend, we know that God has been speaking to us about marriage, so I know her. We have to go get each other's ring size, but I know what she wants, just in case. She knows what I like, just in case, you know. So you should do that. You know, you should be around women who desire marriage. You should be around women who, and I don't want to just say marriage, I'm talking about godly marriage, because I'm telling you something. This time of preparation for me it's been years. God started preparing me for marriage back in 2000. What was that? 16, 15. Yeah, so that's when He started to prep me. And this entire time, when God first told me, I was like, oh yeah, you know, marriage, you know, it's pretty easy. I was like, and I started learning about the spiritual warfare, the dying to yourself, the fruits of the Spirit. I'm just like, oh, this is a lot of work. This is work, chat. This is work. So just, you know, read those books, you know, those emotional help, not just Christian books, but those emotional help books. You know, a great book that I'm reading, I ain't even finished, I'll be honest with you, but was the fully submitted wife. I read, that's a good book to start with. Saving Your Marriage Before It Starts. That's a great book. Like, that book, I was crying every couple of chapters, because it was just dealing with a lot of emotional baggage that I had to deal with. concerning marriage. Another one is happily married. I have it over there in my happily married. Like we talked about how, you know, they talk about, oh, marriage is hard, but it was a woman who had a really great marriage and she was content. And she says her spouse didn't argue that much. And you know, there is a such thing as having a happy marriage. The thing is, they cultivated their relationship. So okay, I don't want to ramble on here, guys, but long story short, guys, prepare now. And I just not just for your wedding, prepare emotionally, prepare physically. You know, there are certain things that God has led me to start doing physically for myself, to prepare for marriage, and prepare not just for marriage but for purpose, just to be overall healthier, and to just, you know, get in a routine of maintenance and stuff like that. And, you know, there's certain things I added to my regimen. I had a regimen before, but there's certain things that I added on. So, you know, do it as God leads. And for people saying, oh, you know, God doesn't physically, no, listen to me. Before Ruth went before Boaz, what did Naomi told her to do? She said, clean yourself up and put on your good drawers. Okay, sorry, saints. She told Ruth, clean yourself up and put on your good clothes. I ain't gonna cut up. And then what did Esther do? Esther went through, I think it was 2 years or 6 months, I'm not sure. Don't persecute me, I don't know which one. But I think it was 6 years, six months or 2 years of like facials and body stuff and all that good stuff. The beauty treatments, yeah. Even Joseph, before he was elevated, he was told to he took off his prison clothes and put on fresh clothes and cleaned himself up before he went before the king. So yeah, go as God leads. If God's leading you to change your wardrobe, if God is leading you to make changes to yourself, you know, do that. You know, I'm not saying that you have to be perfect, I'm not saying that you have to be a size 0. Like, you know, do as the Lord is. Just take care of yourself and enjoy doing it. Don't just take care of yourself just because I want to get married. No, take care of yourself for you. Like, you know, do it for you, because you should feel good about you. You should feel good about, you know, you and everything that you are, right? So, and confidence goes a long way. Confidence goes a long way. You know, don't know women with no man lacking confidence, and don't know man want a woman without confidence. You know, I'm not saying you have to be perfect all the time. I'm just saying, like, you know, you bomb, period. You fearfully and wonderfully made. So move like it, walk like it, dress like it. You know, do your thing, sis, bro. And let me get off here before I start cutting up and talking about this. Alright, I love y'all. Bye.